What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about some Pokemon leaks that happened recently. If you aren't aware, some new Mega designs got leaked, and maybe some more stuff. I didn't actually go to the leaks themselves. I just kind of saw that Mega designs were leaked and piqued my curiosity, so I gave it a search. And I'm not going to put the photos of them in here just for, maybe you don't want to see them yet, and also I'm not trying to deal with any backlash from Nintendo. I have no subscribers, so I doubt that happens, but either way, just playing it safe. But it was Mega Meganium and Mega Zygarde that got leaked, and I wasn't loving them. I gotta be real. Specifically, Mega Meganium was pretty goofy looking. I will say, though, I thought the same thing with Dragonite. When Mega Dragonite was showing off, I just thought it looked so dumb. I thought the wings just were so... They were just too big and too out of place and just didn't really fit well. And then I did see some fan art later on that kind of swayed me the other way. And I kind of come to like a medium place with it of like, I think the design could be really, really good, but just the 3D model in the game definitely does not look the best. That's somewhat of an issue with a lot of different Pokemon, or at least a lot of fans have opinions about certain designs that just took such a huge hit in the transfer from pixel art to 3D model. And I don't know, specifically with Dragonite, like I said, it was just so, the wings are just so big, they're just in such a weird place. But in a different rendition, I was like, okay, in this version I can kind of see it though. I can see what maybe they were initially trying to go for, and then I imagine maybe and they were sketching it out and it looked all great, like the fan art or whatever, and it's just the model. Maybe it's that's just the problem, is the model just for whatever reason can't translate the design over well. But back to the leaks. So it was Mega Meganium, Mega Zygarde, and for Megas, clearly, a lot of, to differ it from regular evolution, even when they do give it, they seem to hyperfixate on a certain aspect of the Pokemon's design, and then also whatever stat would kind of be associated with that aspect of the design. And so I can kind of understand more why they do it that way, even though I don't think it necessarily ends up working out. I think that can be like hit or miss, because if the feature that they decide to like focus on and like incorporate more into the design for the Mega, if it's dumb, like it just looks dumb sometimes. And like I said, maybe that's the point of the Megas, to a little bit differ from regular evolution, is okay, we're focusing on this aspect because we're gonna boost its special attack really, really high when it's Mega evolved. And so to like make that make sense, we're gonna, or vice versa, make the stat make sense with the feature. So we're going to hyperfixate on that and make it a much larger part of the design, so that this stat is now, or at least competitive-wise, or whatever sense of logic they use when designing Mega Evolutions. I'm just trying to think of how the Game Freak might be doing it when they're in the lab trying to cook up these designs. I imagine that the stats part of it does play a role, minor or not. And the Mega Zygarde wasn't nearly as bad. These were leaks, so like the photos were blurry and maybe not the greatest. Even a clear photo of Mega Meganium wasn't going to look good to me, at least not the model. They just kind of gave it more flowers on its neck. It really got a freaking, almost maybe worse than Mega Venusaur treatment, in my opinion. Because I feel like that was already kind of a weak final starter evolution as far as popularity, and then you just made its Mega just not really what people, I think, are going to be messing with. Hey, maybe that's the most popular one, and I'm completely tone deaf. I know I can differ heavily from opinions on certain designs of certain popular Pokemon, so very much could be the same case here. And Mega Zygarde was just kind of, like I said, whatever. Maybe a clear picture, or once I get a good look at it in game, then maybe I'll have like a bigger opinion on it. But it was just kind of like, okay, it's a Mega Zygarde. Especially Zygarde is like a Pokemon, at least for me. I only ever really play through like the main game with the through the story, maybe the end content if it's the first time I'm playing through it. But besides that, I'm really not doing that much with Pokemon. I'm just kind of playing through the story as like a background game. They're fun, change out my team and stuff like that. So Zygarde isn't really a Pokemon I think I've even used before. I think you get one in one of the games. I can't remember at this point, but it's just not something I'm using often enough for the point like that this Mega is disappointing to me. I think is more so the case, because it just kind of was like, all right, whatever. Here's Mega Zygarde, you know, have fun with it. Like I said, maybe a clearer photo, and I'm like, all right, that shit's straight cheeks, actually. I couldn't see clearly before, but yeah, that's ass. But let me know what you guys think of these leaks, if you've seen them, or what you think. Because another leak that they officially, or not a leak, Mega that they officially showed was Mega Victory. And I've been seeing very, very negative. I mean, Pokemon's got one of the most negative fan bases online. If you looked at just like online social media interaction, you would think everyone hated this for like their entire life. But so maybe the regular folks that are going to pick this game up are like, oh, Mega Victory Bell look cool. I've seen some people saying it just looks like, you know, someone's left ball or something. I thought it kind of looked like the bag of wind from the SpongeBob movie, kind of. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these Megas that have been getting shown. And also, what Megas do you guys want to see? I would just love for them to spread the love across the generations. They were very Gen 1, Gen 3 heavy with when Megas were introduced. Now they're deviated, so we haven't really gotten any more. So let me know what you guys want to see. If you got a real random pick or just a sleeper Pokemon that you think, hey, no one's probably going to mention this, but I think a Mega Evolution could like, get it talked about in the conversation. But thanks for listening. Subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Have a good one. Thanks.